Welcome to Pimpy's Investment Chat, where we keep investment talk simple. And here's your host, Pimpy.
What is going on out there, peeps? Alrighty, so in case people are not paying attention, we're watching some of the BRIC nations dumping the U.S. Treasury bonds. That's right, they're getting rid of our debt. And guess what they're doing with the money? Buying more gold. Like I said, do as they do, not as they say. Let's get into this just a little bit, shall we? Before we get started, do me a favor and hit the thumbs up button. And if you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I certainly do appreciate it. You can follow me over on other platforms. I do have my own group over on Facebook called Pimpy's Investment Chat. Over here, we do talk about gold, silver, cryptocurrencies, as well as foreign currency investments. So head on over here and join us. It's free to do so. In here, I do post updates if I should get on suspension from YouTube or get removed from YouTube, and you want to know what happened to me, I'll let you know right here in this group. I can be found on Twitter, MeWe, YouTube, and the cool thing about YouTube, if you come over here and you join and you find my channel, I got videos going back, I believe, a couple years. So if you want to see some older videos that I have on Nasera, Jacera, gold, silver, cryptos, come on over here and join. Look me up and check out my videos. You can also find me on Odyssey, catch me on Rumble. When I say that the links for all these are down below in the description, some of you don't know what I'm talking about. It's real simple. Just go down to the bottom right here of any of my videos. See this? This is the description. Hit show more, and there are all the links to all the platforms I just spoke about. All right, as you can see, crypto's all in the red at the moment. Bitcoin's at $26,639.12. Ethereum, $1,592. XRP is at 51 cents. Dogecoin is at 6 cents. Cardano is at 24 cents. Solana is at $19.56. Polkadot's at $4.02. Polygon is at 52 cents. Litecoin at $65.19. Shiba has no value. It's zero. Shiba's at 5072. Terra Luna is still sitting around at 301. Satama is at 3066 and climbing. Gold is currently at $1,922.80. Somebody said, Pimpy, I noticed a pattern when it comes to gold. Every time it starts to run, then all of a sudden somebody drops a bunch of metals on the market to drive the price down. I said, yep, welcome to the manipulated market. That's what they do. It's not physical gold, what they're dumping is paper gold. But yeah, you can see right here, gold really started to take off. And once again, it's brought back down. Look, they're going to keep holding the prices down and buying up the gold as much as possible. You should do the same. Silver closed out at $23.48 an ounce. I told you guys that a rebound. People were panicking. They're like, Pimpy, man, it's starting to drop really low. I warned you guys that it's going to do that. And I said not to panic. It'll keep going up. I said it will rebound. So at the end of August, it was somewhere around $25 an ounce. It's now at $23.48. As you can see, it's starting its slow ascent back up. This is the time to buy the shine. Now, I was reading this article about how China, along with some other BRIC nations, were just dropping massive amounts of treasury bonds. My thing is, how the hell is our dollar going up in purchasing power when these treasury bonds are being dumped on us? I mean, am I missing something? And then they turn around and then they're buying gold as they should. This is Lena Petrova. I will leave a link for her YouTube channel for you guys to check out. But let's listen to what she has to say about what's going on over there in China.
2 out of 3 biggest foreign holders of the United States debt, China and Japan, have been selling their holdings of the U.S. Treasuries for months. Right now, they are at the lowest levels in decades. While there are several reasons why foreign countries that own approximately 1/3 of the US debt are collectively getting rid of it, the underlying sentiment is unmistakable. They don't want anything to do with the United States dollar. While it takes a while for a global reserve currency to lose its status, the process has already begun. Now that Saudi Arabia sells oil to China, the biggest importer of crude oil in the world, using the Chinese yuan, and economies such as Brazil, China, and India are choosing to transact in alternative currencies, the fiat dollar has a lot to lose. As China and Japan, the biggest US debt holders, are actively repatriating their capital, they need safer assets for investments. During the times of severe economic hardship and uncertainty, precious metals fare very well.
You heard what she said. They want to find a more secure asset to invest in. You don't hear them going into cryptos, do you? No. Gold, silver, precious metals is where they turn to. I do find it very interesting that we are looking for an excuse to fight Russia. Now, they are a big player on the BRICS nations along with China. And I told you, anytime any nation tries to escape the U.S. plantation of using the U.S. dollar as a reserve dollars, they're going to come after you. They don't care who you are. Right now, it's just Russia. But if they can get away with going after Russia and somehow have a regime change, good lordy. I'm curious to see what nations are next, unless the other nations come together to fight the United States. I do think Biden is turning this over to China. There's too many signs out there to point to this, but let's get back into this.
Gold and silver become the safest store of value. So it's really not surprising that China has been stockpiling gold for months, and its precious metals reserves just hit a new unseen before milestone. But first, let's quickly run through the numbers so that you can see how quickly the US Treasuries are losing their status of a quote-unquote completely safe investment. Since 2018, China's holdings of US Treasuries declined approximately 30%. As of June the 30th, China's US Treasury holdings fell to $835 billion, which represents a fresh 14-year low. It is true that China has been selling US Treasuries for over a decade, but what's worth noting and what's really concerning is that the rate of these sales has accelerated recently. In just the last few weeks, Beijing has sold off 10% of its entire holdings of US Treasuries.
If we are seeing these nations speed up the sale of our US Treasury bonds, they obviously have an agenda and a particular target date to do whatever it is they're going to do.
And it's been cutting its holdings for the third month in a row. Several weeks ago in August, China's central bank official essentially said that the security of Chinese holdings is becoming an increasingly important geopolitical issue. So it's really not a surprise that as tensions between China and the West heat up, there are less and less incentives for China to hold these massive amounts of American debt. Japan's massive US debt holdings are at historic lows as well. Japanese investors will likely pull even more money out of the US Treasury market soon. After the United States sanctioned Russia's reserves, it's really no surprise that China and Saudi Arabia, whose exposure to the US Treasuries dropped 40% as of August, are now making every effort possible to preserve their capital, dump US Treasuries, and to be in control of their assets. So where do these countries invest their cash? China has been purchasing gold at unprecedented rates. China's central bank has been adding more gold than ever before for a 10th straight month.
He who holds all the gold makes the rules.
Reportedly, China has led central banks buying in recent months. Its main goal is to diversify its reserves because of economic and geopolitical risks. China added nearly 7 million ounces in gold reserves, bringing the country's official gold reserves to a new record high. It is very likely for the People's Bank of China, the country's central bank, to further boost its gold reserves, said an analyst at financial trading platform FXTM.
Now remember, this is just what China's telling us. That doesn't mean this is how much they actually have. There's many reasons to believe that they have a whole lot more gold than they're letting us know about. We hold approximately 8,900 and something tons of gold, but the rumor about China is they hold about 20,000 or more ounces of gold.
As China reduces holdings in US debt, the country needs to increase holdings in other assets, and gold is a rare, high-quality credit asset in the current environment. So the shift away from the US dollar undeniably weakens it, and as foreign debt holders continue to sell their US treasuries, and as the Federal Reserve continues to issue record amounts of its debt on the market every single month, we should expect the current global reserve currency to lose its appeal and weaken eventually. The risk of being sanctioned is just too much for foreign countries to accept. The shift away from the US dollar and the shift to gold reserves has been anticipated by many central banks. For example, the World Gold Council recently published a survey in which the majority of central banks believe the reserves denominated in US dollars will decline to 40 to 50% within the next 5 years.
That is going to be a huge hit to our purchasing power.
But here's the catch. The same survey shows that 7 in 10 central banks believe that gold reserves will increase in the next 12 months.
Did you guys catch that? Make sure you're on that bandwagon. Gold and precious metals, gold or silver.
Our 2023 survey revealed that 24% of central banks intend to increase their holding reserves in the next 12 months. Furthermore, central banks' views toward the future role of the US dollar were more pessimistic than in previous surveys. By contrast, their views toward gold's future role grew more optimistic, with 62% saying that gold will have a greater share of total reserves compared to 46% as of last year.
Okay, so I'm going to leave a link for Lena's YouTube channel so you guys can go over there and check her out. I really do like her channel, but let's get back to this. I have already booked my flights, booked my room, and I am ready for the Silver Symposium. I want to invite all of you out there to come to the Silver Symposium at Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas. Come on, man, it's Las Vegas. You go over there and you hit a big jackpot, then you can turn around and take that money and buy more gold and silver. A lot of your favorite YouTubers are going to be there, and then some. Yes, they're going to be talking about gold, silver, as well as cryptocurrencies. So come on out there. Look, it's going to be your excuse to go to Vegas. You get to ask a lot of questions, gain a lot of knowledge that's necessary for you to make the right choice investment-wise. Follow the link down below. If you use promo code Pimpy, you will save 10% off your admission. They're going to be giving away silver at the door as long as the supplies last. And the other thing is this, they're going to have different giveaways. You could walk away with way more. You could walk away with a whole lot of precious metals. And then you'll be really happy that Pimpy told you about this. So come on out to Vegas, hang out with me. We'll have a couple of drinks. Let's go out to the Silver Symposium. Let's get our knowledge on, feel good about our investment. And I look forward to meeting you. I already know that quite a few of you have already bought your tickets. So we'll sit down, we'll have a drink, we can talk openly. You can ask me any questions you want about the Vietnam Dong, the Iraqi dinar, gold, silver, whatever it is you want to talk about. I'm available to you guys. I'm easy to approach. So come on down, join us at the Silver Symposium. I look forward to having you guys there. So that's it for now. I will catch you later. I'm out.